Hello everybody, and welcome to A Night with the Authors. My name is Charleston Chew, and we have a very special guest tonight. I would like you all to meet Aldous Huxley.
Hello everybody.
Huxley is the author of a very odd book, Brave New World. Aldous, tell us a little bit about yourself.
As has already been stated, I am Aldous Huxley. I was born July 26th, 1894, in Surrey, England. My father's name was Leonard Huxley, and my mother's was Julia Arnold. When I was young, I aspired to be a doctor, but as you can all see now, that didn't happen.
Indeed it didn't, so I hear there's a story behind your bad eyesight. Would you care to explain?
Well, I can see you are digging deep and personal. I like it. Okay, well, the reason I did not become a doctor is because when I was 16, I contracted a disease that left me quite blind for 2 years. My eyesight never fully recovered. I think of it more of a blessing than a curse. Because, well, where would the world be without one of its greatest authors?
I can tell you're a very humble man. Well, folks, it's time for a word from our sponsors. Maybe if our viewers would give donations, we wouldn't have to stop every 2 minutes to take a commercial break. We'll be right back.
Grand Prix, the name for a new kind of Pontiac, highly personal and specially designed. The Grand Prix is just 4.5 feet from roofline to road. It's more civilized and comfortable than a sports car. With deep cradling bucket seats, 5 solid color interiors. The Grand Prix has rear deck styling all its own. A special grille that says the Grand Prix is a unique new kind of car. It's luxurious without being stuffed shirt about it. The center console has a spacious compartment. Slip it in gear and take off. The Grand Prix is nimble and quick, poised on Pontiac's famous wide-track wheels. It handles as only a Pontiac can. The new Grand Prix, only Pontiac could have built it. Only you could enjoy it so much. GP, the Grand Prix by Pontiac.
And we're back! We have a very special guest tonight, Aldous Huxley here today, talking about his book, Brave New World. Now, Aldous, I understand that you wrote this book over 20 years ago, but let's go back to the beginning. What was it that inspired you to write this book?
Well, that was a while back. But if you have read my book, you will notice many different themes. I, of course, didn't quite expect all of this to happen. But I noticed trends with which the world was being shaped. Consumerism was on the hike, and it still is, and I can guarantee that it will continue on so long after you and I are gone. I also became aware of where science is starting to shift these days. I wouldn't be surprised if in a couple years now, we will be able to successfully fertilize a human egg. You can see where I'm getting these themes. I also noticed, well, since I was young, God and religion for that matter are becoming less and less important to the human race.
So you have noticed themes in the current times and multiplied their magnitude and wrote this book?
And that is precisely it. I am betting that in 50 years, so let's just say the year 2011, English students in America will be reading this book and comparing it to the times, and I bet that they will notice some striking resemblances.
You're on. So Aldous, I hear you are quite in with the hippies. Do you deal or do they?
I know not what you speak of. I can hook you up.
Oh no, I'm not interested, but thank you. So, before we wrap up here, I understood that, when your book first came out, it was a shocking piece of work.
Yes, in fact, people loved it.
Not the kind of shocking I meant. By shocking, I meant disturbing.
Oh yes, I have heard of it referred to as pornography. I think that is preposterous, because there was only innuendo. There was no detail.
Well, thank you for clearing that up, Mr. Huxley. I'm afraid our time is up. Thank you, Mr. Huxley, for coming out here tonight. Good night, America, and God bless.
I don't believe in God.
Okay, then. Just good night, America.
I am an Englishman.
Good night, England, as well.
But I live in America now.
Just end the broadcast.